Okay, here's what I was struck by last night. Now, just keep me in check here if my initial reaction is incorrect. My initial reaction to Cincinnati's hire of Scott Satterfield is, what the hell are you doing?
I agree.
Do you? What am I missing here?
Here is the deal. Before this season, he was going to be on a hot seat at Louisville, right? And he didn't have a great year. They were okay.
His record, Scott Satterfield, who was hired by Cincy.
That's right.
To replace Luke Fickell. His record at Louisville was 25-24. His record in the ACC was 15-18. Why'd Cincy go pluck Satterfield?
There's a lot of options for that job. Now,
he did a great job at Appalachian State. Right. Did Satterfield,
and people would say, "Well, that sounds like a similar record to Matt Rule." It was different how that happened, though, right? Yeah. Like he didn't inherit a Baylor team that was sorts of full of all sorts of issues with post Art Briles.
Well, how about like people wanting to close the program down at Baylor?
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, but Cincinnati could have had a lot of great. They could have had a lot of great candidates. 2 years ago, they were in the playoff. Or excuse me, last year they were a playoff team. They're going to the Big 12, and that's the best guy you can pluck away.
Satterfield was 7-5 this season. His record at Louisville 8-5 in year one, good. Music City Bowl. 4-7 in the second year at Louisville. 6-7 in the third. 7-5 in the fourth. He's gone to Cincy, which is a pretty good job at this point going into the Big 12, replacing Luke Fickell, who had a 700 winning percentage.
Yep. I think if you're a Cincy fan,
try 760 winning percentage.
I think if you're a Cincinnati fan, you are very, very discouraged by this hire.
Well, and the guys that I see that are being speculated. Okay, I want you to tell me this. Okay, I was reading the Louisville newspaper, and these are the names being speculated. You tell me where Will Stein is right now.
I've never heard of Will Stein.
He's the co-OC, QB's coach at UTSA.
Okay.
Now,
trailer.
Former player.
I've never heard of Will Stein.
Former Louisville player.
Got it.
Okay. David Rigoni.
Dave Rigoni was a good quarterback, left-handed quarterback for Louisville back in the 2000s. Yes. I remember that name. Where's he at now?
Atlanta Falcons OC.
Okay.
Atlanta Falcons OC. You know who else turned up on the list?
I would assume Jeff Brohm.
Yes. That's the big one. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Matt Ince, North Dakota State.
Gotcha.
You know who else ended up on the list? How about our old friend Lance?
Lance Leipold.
Would Lance move from Kansas to Louisville?
I don't think so.
Is that a step? Would that be a step up?
No.
I don't think so. If it would just be pretty lateral, right?
That would not be a step up. I mean, the expectations are probably ridiculous at Louisville. They've had good football in the past.
I don't think they're
ridiculous.
You don't think
they are? Okay, who's are higher than Kansas or Louisville for football expectations?
Louisville,
right?
But that doesn't mean they're high expectations. They're not
high. They're higher.
They're higher. Yeah, they're higher than.
I don't
one
think
of the most beleaguered programs in college football in the last 25 years.
I'll say this: I'd be shocked. Who never gets shot. I'd be stunned if Lance Leipold went to Louisville.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him on this list.
Stunned.
They got to do better than Will Stein at Louisville. Dave Rigoni, maybe you could talk into that.
He's a legend there.
Matt Ince.
Anybody from North Dakota State, that winning culture, man.
Brohm. Now,
doesn't it start and end with Brohm?
Yes.
You say, what's it going to take? We got this phony list. We know it's one. It's one guy. It's one person. You give me 5 names.
Brohm.
It's one.
Brohm from Louisville. Brohm started at Louisville. Brohm loves the city. Now, Brohm, 4 years ago was in play, and he said, look, I want to show some loyalty to Purdue. That was 4 years ago. Now he's completed 6 years. He's shown loyalty. So now is this the time?
It's a weird time because in terms of the jobs, if I were to tell you Purdue versus Louisville with no connections to the programs, not knowing that Jeff Brohm is from Louisville, wouldn't you say that's a lateral move at best or a step down to go from Purdue to Louisville? If you were just looking at this, not knowing any ties of that coach
Not a step down.
to that place,
Not a step down.
it's at the best a lateral. There's no way it's a step up. There's no way that Louisville is a step up from Purdue. No way. You cannot convince me of that.
Okay.
And you won't.
I mean, Purdue, it wasn't that long ago when Hazel had them
right?
literally like 2-31 in the Big Ten.
I understand. That was a bad coach, bad era.
But they did have Tiller, too, which balanced Joe. Tiller balances out that conversation.
I mean, Purdue's in the conference. It's adding USC and UCLA.
Right.
That's an absolute power in college football. And they just won their division this year.
What will Brohm do? What will Brohm do?
Don't you expect him to leave?
Not necessarily. But if you stuck a gun to my head, a 44 to my temple,
I'm not going to do that.
I would. Josh is scared.
Don't put that,
Josh.
on
Don't be scared.
It's the second day you're
Freaking
having
young
me
man
threaten
out.
your life over here.
You stuck a 44 to my temple, I would say yes. I think he'll go. And you said you got to get this right, or else.
Yeah,
I'd say yeah, he'll go.
Then the question would be, who does Purdue go after? Who does Purdue want?
A good question.
Because here, how about this take? This is from Greg in Indianapolis, who's closer to Purdue than we are.
Yes,
okay?
we need this. We need this. We need some insight.
Living in this is going to shock you. Shocked me.
Okay. Wow.
Greg in Indy says, living in Indianapolis, I can tell you a lot of Purdue fans do not like Brohm's offense. They want a strong run game. His offense fits much better in Louisville.
Interesting.
He just won the division, Purdue fans.
So Joel Klatt on the broadcast of the Big Ten championship game on Fox the other night described Purdue's approach on offense as creative with toughness. I thought that was true.
I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that desirable?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't you want? Hey, Iowa, wouldn't you want a creative offense that's also tough?
Don't you see that fit? Don't you think that fits? Brohm is really creative with his offense. Did you, for instance, see the fake flea flicker?
I missed that one.
So that Devin Mockabee.
Oh no, I did see that. Yeah, that was crazy.
And Klatt said himself, "I've never seen that." Now think about Joel Klatt. Yeah, think about Joel Klatt. How many games he's seen?
Yeah.
How many practices he's been part of? How many games he's played in, practiced in, broadcast? Fake flea flicker, and it worked.
Yep, that was beautiful. That was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
You saw it.
I saw it. So yeah, we're going to learn here soon if Jeff Brohm makes the leap to Louisville, and if he does, who takes his place at Purdue. But
I have no idea.
It's important to hire to get right if you're Purdue because the Big Ten's getting tougher. You just won your division.
Yeah.
You can't mess this up.
Yeah, you got to go get it.
You got some momentum here.
You got to go get
screw it up
good.
if Brohm leaves.
You got to go get somebody really good.
The Bromance will continue at Louisville.
Oh, great.
For me.
That's wonderful
to
hear.
It's going to happen.